Okay guys, happy Sunday my people. How are we all doing? Hope we all have a wonderful holiday. So real quick guys, I'm here to share my outlook with you guys as usual. There's nothing really new. So before we really dive in on the breakdown, on the weekly breakdown, let me quickly show us guys our news events, the events that we have coming up for the week. So Monday, as you guys can see on my screen right here, we have no any events. You can see card, we have bank holidays, so there is nothing really serious on Monday. So if you're on the chart, you need to exercise more patience because we might likely not see any volatility in the market. So coming down to Tuesday, we all can see we have high impact of news on on AUD around 5 a.m., which I don't really trade those pairs, so I'm not really paying attention to this particular one right here. And also we have high impact of news on card. So if you are trading AUD card, you have to be more careful because we have high impact of news coming up on those two pairs. So on Wednesday, moving down to Wednesday, on Wednesday we have GBP by 7 a.m. We have high impact of news, which is CPI, which is the only news we have on Wednesday. Then we have low impact of news on on the same Wednesday around 9 a.m. So Thursday we have Europe high impact news. So if you're trading any pair that has Europe, such as Europe USD, Europe GBP, you need to know that we have high impact of news coming out by 8:30 a.m. and the first one is 8:50 a.m. so this is early in the morning Nigerian time. So that's on Thursday. And then we also have unemployment claims or GBP or flash manufacturing PIM around 9:30 a.m., which is on GBPUSD. We all can see we have high impact of news around 9:30 a.m. That's morning Nigerian time. That's on Thursday. And then Friday we have GBP high impact of news and card. So there are quite high impact of news this week, so we need to trade with patience, and we also need to be aware that we have those high impact of news in the market. So whatsoever decision you are making, you need to make a logical decision. You don't just make decisions out of emotions or what you actually think. Okay, so now let's move back to our chart so we can analyze the setups that I am personally monitoring for the coming week. So let's go guys. So here on our screen we have GBPJPY, which is my first pair that I will be breaking down for us to actually look out for as the week is about to start. So GBPJPY, let me start from the daily time frame. As we all can see, GBPJPY have really been trending bullish from this previous price action. We have higher low, we have higher high. So this is a weekly range actually. We have higher high and then we have higher low, and then after we reacted off from our weekly area of demand level, we started breaking above the previous internal lower high, which is this right here, right? And after we broke above that previous internal high, which is confirming that our weekly area of demand is being respected, and most likely we can start seeing price pushing up. We have this pullback to the downside. Price came back, reacted off from that daily area of demand. As we all can see guys, where price came back, react off from this area of daily of demand, and we started breaking structure on the lower time frame again. And if you guys can pay a very close attention, we all can see that we also take out this internal low right here. So from the daily time frame, weekly time frame, the monthly time frame, GBPJPY, we are highly bullish. So I'm not going to go by showing us guys all this process, because it's going to make this video so long. So we're just going to focus on what we are actually looking at precisely. So now, looking at the current price action that is playing out, since we have already identified that the daily is bullish, the weekly is bullish, stepping down to the 4 hours time frame, guys, this is what I actually spotted, because the trade is being planned on the 4 hours time frame. So looking at the 4 hours time frame, we all can see when the market was retracing back, we have lower low, lower high, lower low, and then after we reacted off from that daily weekly area of demand level, daily area of demand level, we have this aggressive break to the upside, signifying that okay, GBPJPY is ready to start putting on that bullish trend. That's the continuation from the higher time frame. So we have a retracement, we had another pullback to the upside, we created another higher high, we create a higher low, we created a higher high, and then we create a higher low, and right now we have a new higher high that has been formed, right? So what is our next expectation, guys? Our next expectation is to see price continue going bullish, right? Our next expectation is to see price continue going bullish. So here is our new range from this low to this high. Now we are not expecting price to break below this low right here, because the market is highly bullish, and we expect this market should keep trending towards the upside, right? We expect this market should keep trending towards the upside. So those areas which you guys can see I highlighted are my area of demand level, where I am looking for price to come back and mitigate, and then give me a lower time frame confirmation in order for me to take my longs opportunity. So as you guys can see on the screen right here, I have like two areas of demand, right? Which is, this is my first area of demand, and this is my second area of demand. So from this first area of demand level right here, I'm looking forward to see price delivering back to this area, giving me a lower time frame confirmation, and then I look to take my long opportunity. But in that case, if that lower time frame confirmation did not happen, and then price break below this demand level, and then push down to fill up those inefficiency down here, and mitigate of this last demand level that caused this aggressive push to the upside, then I will be looking for the same confirmation that I'm actually looking at right here, in order for me to take my longs opportunity, because GBPJPY, we are highly bullish. So I want to see price continue trending bullish. This is my expectation on GBPJPY. There is nothing really complicated, simple, and just what is left for us right now is to just wait for price to give us what we are really anticipating to see playing out. So this is what I'm really looking at on GBPJPY, guys. If you are interested on this setup, you can go ahead and add it to your watch list. So my second pair that I'm also looking at is GBPUSD, which I'm already selling last week. Like, this opportunity actually showed up last week, so I'm already capitalizing on it, and hopefully I'm expecting, as price is about to open, let's spike to the downside. Like, there's something that happened earlier last week, which was this spike right here. I did not really pray for that to happen, actually, because I was right in a position when this spike happened, and I end up hitting also, like, not actually me, but a friend of mine, guys. A friend of mine, like, he was in a position, and then he was trying to ride the GBPUSD to the upside, and then this spike happened, and then they hit a stop loss. So I won't love this scenario to happen to me. So I am expecting, as price will open in few hours time, I expect GBPUSD to keep dropping to the downside. That's what I'm really expecting on GBPUSD. There's nothing more than that, nothing really complicated. So looking at structure, we all can see that we are actually bullish, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and then we started breaking from bull to bearish, and then we have this area of demand which price left unmitigated. Price came back perfectly, and then immediately when they mitigate off that area, remember what I told those guys on GBPUSD, I always wait for confirmation, right? I step down to my 30 minutes time frame. I step down to my 30 minutes time frame to wait for this lower time frame confirmation to happen in order for me to take my short opportunity. So this was the supply level that price were expected, and when price was pulling back to mitigate off this area of supply level, we all can see that we were coming back in form of, bullish, right? Higher high, higher low, higher high, which is this internal structure. And then what happened, guys? We have a break of structure, and right now we have a retest. So I expect GBPUSD to keep dropping to the downside, right? So if you are more likely looking to participate on this short opportunity, I will advise you to wait for this, right? I will probably advise you to wait for this right here. I'll probably advise you to wait for price to break below, and then that retest that is going to happen, that's when you're going to get involved on the sell. But if you're not really interested on trying to catch the trade that have already left you, that's the early sellers, which is we that started buying from this first entry, you can just exercise patience to wait for the next opportunity to present itself in order for you to participate in the market again. Okay, so this is what I'm really looking at on GBPUSD. I'm already on the short opportunity, so there's nothing too much. So the next pair that I'm also looking at is EURUSD. EURUSD, I'm also looking for short opportunity. I love the setup, it's giving me what I want to see. So if you miss GBPUSD, trust me guys, you will not love to miss EURUSD, guys. You would love to miss EURUSD, because EURUSD is giving us everything we are looking at. So let's go, guys. From the daily time frame, let's look at EURUSD from the daily, so that we are going to know where this market is coming from and the reason why we are looking for short opportunity on the lower time frame. So looking at EURUSD from the daily time frame, we all can see, I think this will make much sense on the weekly time frame, right? From the weekly time frame, guys, we all can see that this market currently we're in a bullish trend, but the overall bias from the monthly is bearish, which this is the monthly previous low, and this is the new low from the monthly. This is the previous high. So the overall sentiment is bearish. So what we are really anticipating is to see price get back to our area of supply right here, fill up this imbalance. I don't know why my analysis is not showing up, but I'm pretty sure that I have my supply level being drawn from here, which I am patiently waiting for price to get back there. But it's not really necessary. It's not all the time that we anticipate price should come back to our area of supply and then price will probably give us that. You all need to understand that trading is a really probability game. Not all the time what we anticipate used to play out. So we're just going to focus on this current price action, right? So from the weekly time frame, we all noticed that when markets react off from this supply level, we started having some bearish push. But what happened, guys? We all can see that price end up breaking above this high, forming this new weekly higher high. So after we created this new higher high, we all know what we expect next. We expect a new higher low. So from the weekly time frame now, this market will likely push back to this area of demand level. This is what I'm anticipating. I'm anticipating price should push back to this demand level down here. Once we push back to this demand level, then we look for a lower time frame confirmation in order for us to take our long opportunity. Beautiful. You guys can see that price just gave us price just bring back our analysis. So this is the setup, as you guys can see. This is my area of demand, which I am waiting for currently to see price pushing down to. But moving down to the daily time frame, let me show you guys something. From the daily time frame, we also have this internal structure, right, which price might likely expect. So from here, I'm going to take off this and the only thing I'm going to be focusing on right now is this current price action. So from this daily time frame, we all notice that we have this internal structure, we have this high, we have this low, we have this high, and then price fails to actually respect those level, and price fails to immediately come back and respect those level, and we continue buying up. So most likely, we might see a very, very strong confirmation from those two areas of demand level. But if price fails to give us that confirmation, then we're just going to pay attention to this weekly area of demand, which I've shown us guys from the weekly time frame, in order for us to take our longs opportunity, right? So since we are expecting a drop back to this area of demand level, this is the reason why I am so much confident to see EURUSD selling from the 4 hours time frame to the 2 hours time frame, right? But currently where I planned the trade was on the 2 hours time frame. So let's go back to the 2 hours time frame. Now I've shown you guys, the reason why I am so confident about this short opportunity, and I told those guys that you won't love to miss this short opportunity. Now, looking at the internal structure from the 2 hours time frame on EURUSD, we all can see that we have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Can we all see that? And then we have price push back, deliver a new lower high. So I didn't mean I take in aggressive entry, I will be in a massive profit now, but I don't really go in aggressively on any given trade that I want to participate. I always wait for confirmation, because that is what really make my trading idea a sound trade idea. You get me, guys? I always wait for confirmation. That gives me more, that gives me more assurance and more confidence to actually execute my trade. And also it's reduce my stop loss, like my stop loss in pips. It reduced my stop loss in pips. So I always love going with a lower time frame confirmation, guys. So after we react off from that demand level, let me delete everything. After we react off from that supply level, I mean to say, when the market was pulling back, what did we notice? We have internal structure, higher high, higher low, and then we have higher high, and then we break. So this was our first entry right here, but I was not really active on this pair because I was already trading GBPUSD. Which I showed us, guys. I was already trading GBPUSD. So we have this, right? Price came, mitigate, and probably would have been currently running over a 1 to 2 risk to reward, which is a beautiful error, guys. But I missed this first entry, and then I said, okay, there's no problem with that. We have this clean price action that price is forming, which I will confidently love to participate on it. So I patiently wait for this break now, which we can see the new break that happened. We have this pullback, and then we have our new lower low being formed. So looking at where the break, actually the significant push to the downside that actually shows that sellers are in control in the market, was this last supply level, and this last supply level is also aligning with this large imbalance right here. So now, with all our confluences from the daily, we understand that the market is under a pullback, which is contracting to form a new higher low. Weekly also bearish, price is looking to form a new higher low. 2 hours time frame, price is looking to form a new higher low. What do you guys expect, guys? Let's short this market from here. Let's really short this market from here. So currently what I'm really waiting for right now is on the 1 hours time frame. I'm waiting for price should push back to this supply level, and then let's drop to the downside. This is my trade idea on EURUSD, and I'm going to give us guys back a review on this particular trade right here, because I love this setup. And trust me, guys, if I always go with 1%, I can decide to break my rule for those kind of setup, because there's so much confluences. You guys can see it, guys. From the weekly, we are contracting, price is forming higher low. From the daily, price is forming higher low. From the 4 hours time frame, price is forming higher low. From the 2 hours time frame, price is forming higher low. From the 1 hours time frame, we are also here forming a new higher low. So this is actually showing us that that the sellers are really in control, guys. And even from the monthly time frame, the overall sentiment, right, the overall buyers of Europe USD is bearish. So guys, let's take the risk, right? It's worth it, guys. So we're looking to short this market from here, and let's see what Europe USD will play out. So it might come out with good outcome. It might come out with -1, which is probably fine. I know how to do this over and over again. If I take a loss, one thing I know is that I did not over risk, and I always stick to my risk management. I don't joke with my risk management, so there's nothing to really worry about. Instead, I'm just gonna look for a new trading opportunity, and I'm going to learn from my loss and what did I do wrong that made me to hit also. That is just it, guys. So this is what I'm really looking at for the coming week, and if you're interested on this setups, you can go ahead and add it to your watch list. Let's watch price and see what price will play out next week. And trust me, guys, this week is going to be awesome because I'm already smelling it. With just Europe USD, probably if I'll be able to hit 1.3.89 risk to reward, guys, risking 1% from my capital, I'm good, guys. I'm good. Maybe I might if I see another opportunity like this, I might participate on it. But if I did not see, then I'm okay with this, guys. I must not trade 3-4 times a week. If I'm able to capitalize on one setup that gave me what I want, I'm good, guys. I'm good. So this is what I'm really anticipating on all the pairs that I just shared with you guys. So if you're interested on such educational, if you're interested on such content, should I actually call it content? If you are actually interested on my reviews, right, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I promise you guys that I am going to be posting more now. Like, there's no play, there's no joke. Like, I've not been posting lately, but trust me, guys, you guys are going to see a lot of improvement with my posts now, and I'm going to do my best to always bring us good reviews that have higher chances of paying us every week, guys. So let's go. I wish us all a profitable week, and make sure you trade your plan, and also do not trade because others are trading. I always say this: do not trade because others are trading. Trade because your trading plan has showed up, your setup, everything you look at has made up. That is when you are going to look forward to trade, not because you see others trading and then you start feeling that pressure to also feel among. Don't do that thing. It's going to affect your account. So stay patient, stay blessed, stay consistent, and I wish you all a profitable week. Peace out, guys.